Good morning and welcome to our weekly Torah study with Sinai Temple. I'm Rabbi Avi Taff. It's great to be together this morning. This week's Parsha, Parashat Re'eh, begins actually with a very interesting word, specifically the word Re'eh, see. God says, Re'eh, see, I place before you today a blessing and a curse. Re'eh, Anochi noten lifnechem bracha u'klala. I've always wondered, why does it say see, Re'eh? Why does it say see? Why doesn't it say listen or understand or remember, zachor? Why the word see? Maybe it's because there are things that we already know, but we actually stop seeing. We know that our family is what's most important. We know that our health is what matters most. We know that being kind matters. We know that life is precious. None of that is actually new information. And the challenge isn't that we don't know it. The challenge is that we actually lose sight of that. I think that's exactly what Moshe is getting at in this closing dialogue as Moshe speaks to the people. He's saying, open your eyes again. See. The commentators actually notice something else that's very fascinating. The verse re'eh, the verse starts in the singular, the word re'eh, you, singular, you, singular, see. But then it switches to the plural of the word, before you, all of you, lifnechem. That is, it could say ti'u, all of you, see what is placed before you, but it actually goes back and forth between tenses. Rashi actually believes, Rashi, the 11th century commentator, French commentator, actually believes that the Torah is speaking to the Jewish people as a whole, but it starts with the individual. Because nobody can make your personal choice, our personal choice for us. We make those choices ourselves every single day. And there's one other word that I believe changes everything. That is the word hayom, literally meaning today. Not yesterday, not next month when life finally slows down, not after the summer ends or after the holidays, but today. Every morning, God places the same choice in front of us. Who are we going to be today? Not forever, not yesterday, today. When I was younger, I thought this verse was talking about the really big decisions in life. Where are we going to live? What career will we choose? But the older I get, the more I think blessings and curses are usually found in much smaller moments. Will I actually listen when someone is talking to me, or am I already thinking about what I'm going to say next? Will I pick up my phone, or will I stay present with the person sitting right across from me? Will I react, or will I respond? Those little choices that we make every day, they often don't feel very significant. But those little choices make up the moments of our lives. Maimonides, the Rambam, says something incredibly hopeful. He says that if we didn't really have free choice, the Torah wouldn't actually make any sense. God wouldn't ask us to do something we couldn't choose. I actually love that idea because sometimes we feel stuck. This is just who I am. I've always been impatient. I've always been anxious. I've always been this way. But Maimonides says, not so fast. He says, you always have another choice. Maybe not over what happens to us, but over how we respond. Rabbi Jonathan Sachs would always say that Judaism is a religion of responsibility. I love that. God doesn't force us into blessing. God trusts us enough to let us choose it. God believes that we're capable of becoming our best selves. So here's the question I want to leave us with as we prepare to read Parshat Re'eh this Shabbat. Before you get out of bed tomorrow morning, I invite us all to ask ourselves just one question. What's one choice I can make today that moves me a little closer to the person I want to be? Not 10 choices, not 20, just one. Maybe it's putting your phone away when your kids start telling you about their day. I know maybe that's one I need to work on. Maybe it's assuming the best. Maybe it's finally making that phone call you've been putting off. Maybe it's apologizing to someone that you may need to apologize to. Maybe it's saying thank you. Maybe it's just one choice. Because life usually isn't changed by one giant decision. It's shaped by thousands of little ones. And every single morning, God puts that choice in front of us again. Re'eh, open your eyes. See what really matters. See the blessing that's already in front of you. And then choose it. Shabbat Shalom. Signing out from Sinai Temple. This is Rabbi Avi Taff. Have a great rest of the week and a wonderful, peaceful, restful Shabbat.